Alrighty, everyone, welcome to King of the Huntards, or god, I already messed it up. King of the Huntards, round 1 here, and I'm going to be having Purple Tree Factory, a recent winner here on round 1, to be casting with me here.
Hello there.
Peachy, how does it feel to have won round 1?
Oh, it feels pretty good. I mean, we got to the finale, and Hib ended up jumping off at one point, so it was great fun.
Well, at least both of you were enjoying it, right? I mean, to jump off, obviously you guys were having a good time.
It was good-natured.
And it looks like Sidewaysbox has disappeared on us. What the hell? Alright, he should be back here momentarily, but yeah. So, we're going to be having Disco here and Sidewaysbox. Going to be 1v1ing here. Again, round 1 of King of the Huntards here, a tournament hosted by NF here. And
it is double elimination, so people can lose and still be okay.
Anybody hear me?
But you can't lose twice, correct?
I'm not sure if you can lose twice or not. You might be able to. It's a double elimination, so...
Well, even if you do lose twice, I don't think that should be anyone's goal. I mean, just lose twice just to, you know, stay in the tournament. But yeah, I think it's just double elimination. I saw on the, what is it, Challenge website? I don't know how to pronounce it. There was just 2 brackets, the losers brackets and the original brackets.
There's just one particular round that you don't want to lose on. I think it's round 3. And you don't get a chance after that. Or during that particular one. After that, if you lose round 4, you can actually get back in it.
Well then. You hear that, guys? Words of wisdom from Purple Tree here, do not lose round 3. So if you're thinking about, you know, throwing the game, do it in round 2 or round 4, but not round 3.
Assuming I have that right. I just looked at it briefly.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting on Sidewaysbox to ready up here. For some reason it feels like I'm floating here with my spectator. Weird. So tell me, Peachy, what is your experience here with just in 1v1s in general here? I know that you won the your round 1 match here, but just what made you sign up for this?
Well, honestly, I don't 1v1 very much myself. I signed up just to see how I do, and I figured it would be fun. I'm not going to take it too seriously.
And you ended up winning.
Well, I mean, I like to think I have a decent amount of personal skill. There are definitely people better than me, but I'm okay.
Anybody hear me?
Well, let's see if you can help here with the casting, because I don't really do much 1v1. I hate 1v1 here. So, I mean, we're going to try our best to do our casting here, but there is very little to go on here. I mean, we got 1 survivor and 1 hunter here, so I guess just call out all the skeets and maybe DPs and, you know, see how the witches go and such.
That sounds good.
Alrighty. And we are still waiting on Sidewaysbox to ready up here. Is there a particular reason why it's this map? Was this picked up by NF on the first round?
Yeah, it perishes the first round map.
Alrighty, and looks like we are going live here. Alright, so let's get our spectator HUD here. Very minimal spectator HUD coming up here. And Sidewaysbox will not be leaving the area here. And we're going to have the hunter coming in from behind here on the balcony. I'm not sure if Sidewaysbox is aware of this here. And here comes the hunter. Here he comes in. Does not get skeeted in the first shot here. He's going in for claw pounds. He's sitting at
And
109. Great shutdown there by Sidewaysbox. I don't know. Should we say shutdown? I mean, it is 1 SI.
I'm not sure. Just, you know, kill, skeet, didn't need it.
I guess. And here comes another hunter here. Bouncing off the bus here and landing.
Short direct pounce.
250 there. No chip on that hunter. And Sidewaysbox will be making his way forward. He's going to be taking a shortcut through the back of the room here. And Hunter is now spun up. He's coming into the alley here. He's going in for a high pounce here. Almost lands. Now he's pouncing around here, and he does get dead stop. Shot, chipped. He goes down. So
sometimes it does pay to go in for direct pounce, but sometimes you get dead stop too, so it doesn't always work.
We got another hunter coming in here. Getting minor chip in here, and does get skeeted.
Man, we got lucky.
He's got some excellent health bonus there.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 health bonus. Okay then. So maybe we'll see a 4 and a 5 by Disco here, and we can just start counting.
I don't know if he even got hit by any common infected there.
I actually didn't notice many common infected there. It seems like there was much less than usual. I mean, for a 1v1, it just seemed like there was much less than usual.
Maybe it's just because it was map 1.
Alrighty here, so we have now switched sides here with Disco is going to be the survivor and Sidewaysbox is going to be the hunter here. We are going to be going live here. And here we go. Disco making his way up the ramp here. Going to... Yeah, he's going to come back here, and Sidewaysbox is already pre-spawned, making some crouching noise here. Disco does finally identify where he is, and he's going to be jumping in place on this ramp here, so we're just going to be playing the waiting game here while the hunter is deciding whether or not to go in.
He's not exactly bleeding.
Yes, they're bleeding, man. They're bleeding. A lot of baiting going on here. Nick does go move forward here, and he does get shut down here, right behind the fence. So, quick run through here. He's going to be going up the ramp here. Common infected are chasing him. I think it's just only 1 or 2 common infected, though. Common clearance, alright here. And Hunter's pouncing around down below here. He drops down below and does get skeeted mid-air there, but we don't see an announcement.
Well, it was a skeet.
Well then.
No doubt about that.
Nick will be making his way into the alley here. Next hunter is up, coming in from behind here, bouncing off the walls, gets chipped here, goes in dead stopped, and he will be cleared off here with minimal chip. Disco here is really close to making it with full health into the room here.
He
One
might
last
have it
hunter.
right here.
And here it is. Disco's running
Close the
for
door.
it. Oh, the door closed! The door closed! And Disco does make it in with full health bonus here, a full 150.
It's quite impressive for a 1v1.
Alright, but
And
it is a short map.
Sidewaysbox wants to install mouse drivers, apparently.
Mouse drivers.
Yes. That's what I'm picking up here from the chat.
Must be using a Razer mouse. Alrighty, so we're going into map 2 here. So, Petrie, I mean, you say you don't 1v1 much, but what would you say would be a key thing for 1v1ing, I mean, besides aiming and dead stop timing?
Well, I wouldn't rely on dead stops, first of all. Skeets are the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I tell a lot of people this. I mean, some of the people in Left to Learn or just people that are one-on-one, is that when you M2 less and shoot more, and I think this was actually mentioned by Fig on Left 4 Dead Nation multiple times, is, yeah, you shoot more, M2 less, you actually get better at the game over time. You will notice noticeable action.
And skeets are just, on their own, a lot more reliable than dead stops.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you shoot a gun, you know, a ranged weapon that is instant. I mean, it's hit scan. There's no delay. You know, just shoot it across the map and you can skeet that hunter. But that dead stop, that's a bit of a timing thing, you know? And
Yeah.
they might not even come in.
Another thing to watch out for in 1v1s is learning how your opponent's playing. Because based off how he's playing, you're going to want to pounce and approach differently. Some players, you can go pretty directly at them, they're not going to get the skeet. But other players, you want to be pretty roundabout and try to confuse them and work your way in slowly. Do curvy, zigzag scratch hunters.
Curvy zigzag scratch hunters. I'm going to make sure to trademark that later on.
Yeah, I mean, the
thing-
curvy coming from, you know, air strafing and the other things I said. Yeah, scratching in the air makes you do the weird dolphin shape thing. It just confuses people.
Well, I mean, one thing with air strafing is if you are air strafing, then that means that you probably did a really long pound, so you're going to be, you know, a bit easy to aim at, wouldn't you think?
Well, you can actually use it as short range. You can aim closer to the ground and hold backwards in a side direction, and it'll end up making it harder for the skeet to happen if they don't know what to expect, because they might think you're going to come directly at them, and instead you end up too far away to skeet, and then you get them.
Yeah, alright. One important thing, actually, I mean, I was always terrible about this in 1v1s. What do you do during an event in a 1v1? You have Horde constantly coming at you, and if the hunter decides never to pounce you, he's just waiting for you to run out of M2s or shots. How do you deal with that? With, you know, those 5 common infected coming at you and, you know, a hunter pouncing around?
Honestly, I would try to conserve M2s. Shoot, with the lower population of common infected, you don't really have to worry about it so much. You just keep on shooting them. And you clear your space out, make sure you have some breathing room, and just watch for the hunter when it comes in. If he is waiting around, just, you know, keep your eye on him, but clear commons the whole time. It's not really all that much different. You just can't get bogged down in thinking, oh gosh, I have to get in this corner and use my melee weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that whenever I was 1v1ing, I mean, just the horde would keep coming in, and I would have to focus the horde. But then once the hunter would come in, it's like, you know, I'm either out of M2s or out of bullets and such, and I just have to end up aiming at the hunter. And, you know, with the common infected bashing on the back of my head, my aim gets distorted every time they hit me, so...
It also helps a lot to be moving around, so never stay in one spot, and that way, even if you are getting a little bit bogged down by common infected, you can at least be moving around, and their pounces might take a little bit longer to come in, and it gives you a little bit longer to skeet them.
Alright, good to know. Alright, and we are waiting on Sidewaysbox here. You must be installing those drivers. We're probably going to have to restart his computer and come back in here.
Hopefully it doesn't require a restart.
Oh, well, I mean, if you, I don't know. It's been a while since I've had a really long restart. You know, I have an SSD. You know, my OS is on the SSD, so.
Yeah, true. It shouldn't take long if he has a modern machine.
Modern, a modern machine. What is modern for you, Purple Tree?
Solid state drive, I guess. I mean, a lot of not every computer has that, but a lot
It's
of them
still pretty expensive out there. I mean, not as expensive as they were, you know, like a year or two ago, but they are still pretty expensive.
It depends on the capacity too. If you just have a smaller solid state drive for your operating system, and then a secondary one that's larger that's not solid state drive, that could still be pretty okay in price.
All right. You know what I'm gonna end up doing here is I'm probably just gonna install my OS on like a thumb drive here. You know.
Well, USB speeds
yeah, that'd be
aren't as
really
fast.
slow. Yeah, no.
Hello.
But
Gotta
I'd be
get that
interested
internal
to see.
SATA.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how long it would take to boot up a computer, though, from, you know, a thumb drive.
I've used an external hard drive before. It takes, you know, a decent amount of time. It's not forever, but it does take noticeably longer.
Oh god, somebody mentioned a floppy disk. I don't remember the last time I've seen
Oh gosh.
a floppy disk. Oh my god, I have a few of those downstairs, but when's the last time you've seen a tower with the floppy disk reader?
Well, last time I saw one with that, I had to add it in so that I could get Windows XP installed to my friend. Because you have to use a floppy drive to get a special driver to make SATA hard drives, internal drives, work with Windows XP. Which isn't an issue now because Windows 7 and Windows 8 and Windows Vista 2, that doesn't matter, the driver's built in. But back then, you have to get that driver on a floppy disk and have that install whenever you're installing Windows, and it's terrible.
Well then. Right, and we still are waiting on Sidewaysbox here. Sidewaysbox is online on mobile here, so you must have had to restart his computer. I'm not sure what's going on there, so we're going to be doing a bit of waiting here. So, anyways, right? I mean, I wish there was some witch or tanks we can discuss here, but there's nothing here. There's nothing on the ready up here showing.
Alright, so correction. You can lose round 3 and still be in the running.
You guys hear me?
I'm looking at this in more detail. I noticed a mistake. So you just don't want to lose the final one, because then you are out.
Okay, well, you heard it here, guys. You can lose round 2, 3, and 4, but do not lose the final round, alright?
Actually, I think it only goes to 4. Wait, no. Wait, let's see. This is not late. The semifinals, and then there's losers round 4. I don't know what he calls it.
All these numbers and letters right now that you're mentioning to me, I mean, these words, is this like some kind of algebraic equation you're giving me here?
Oh yeah, it's super complex.
Well then. Yeah, still waiting on Sidewaysbox here. Kind of wish I could bring in like Disco in here. We can have a discussion about the 1v1 here, but I don't think I set that up ahead of time. Maybe I should do that later on. You know, like in the future, whenever we have to do any kind of waiting here, I can just bring in somebody from the 1v1 section and you know have like a interview with them or some sort. It would kill you know, empty time here.
Yeah, or we could play the talk about whatever pops in our heads game.
Yeah, I like to usually keep it Left 4 Dead 2 related, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
that's true.
hard. It's kind of hard in a 1v1 here. There's no tank, there's no witch, there's not even an SI on the field right now, so we don't even
Decreased
know.
dead stop frame of view.
Yeah, Oh, somebody actually mentioned that they're a bit disappointed that they had dead stops enabled here. I'm actually a bit disappointed myself, so...
They did make it a little bit harder.
How's that? Oh, they
The frame of view was lower. I think
Yeah.
it went from 20 to 15.
I don't know.
I mean, it's still technically harder. I'm not saying whether or not it should have been disabled, but it is harder.
Alright, well, good to know. So then all these dead stops people are getting are actually skill stops?
Skillful morally?
Skill warning. Alright, looks like Sidewaysbox is finally online on Steam. He's no longer on mobile here, so we're just going to be waiting on him to load up Left 4 Dead 2, join the server, and we will be able to start in the next 30 minutes.
So maybe we could do a history of Disco and Sidewaysbox. I mean, I was gone for a year. I don't remember knowing Disco before. Was he new or was he around before?
Oh, God. I don't keep files on these people.
You're supposed to have it mentally filed away.
Well, Disco, he actually, I believe he started on Left to Learn. He's actually came a very long way. He's a very active player. He's actually, I mean, he was always very decent. The only issue I had with him in Left to Learn is that sometimes he would get a little too... Well, what's the word I'm looking for? He would just kind of tunnel vision and would not listen to advice. But overall, yeah, he's a pretty decent player. I think I don't know if he solved the issue, I don't know, or if it's somebody else, but he used to have an issue where he could not hear Mumble because Left 4 Dead 2 was louder than everyone on Mumble. So that made communication a bit harder.
Well, I feel like that's an issue everyone has until they turn Left 4 Dead down.
Yeah, I mean, I play with 10% volume here on Left 4 Dead 2, and I still feel that's too loud.
Yeah, I'm at 13.6% volume. Oh wait,
13.6.
Yeah.
Why the 0.6? That's so...
I don't know, because I set
out
it with
there.
a slider, not the actual console value.
Ah, well, my
that's what
OCD
it
is
ended
going to be
up
bugging me now.
At least it's a nice round decimal number.
Decimal. Decimal. Why don't we just throw fractions in there? Looks like Sidewaysbox has finally returned here, and it looks like we found out what the first SI, the infected team, is going to be. It's going to be a hunter.
According to his join message, your mom knows where I live.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
I'm not sure either.
Anyways, so we are waiting on Sidewaysbox to ready up here, and we will be starting the map 2 here of the 1v1, King of the Huntards round 1.
That was a lot of ones.
Ah, so many.
Going
Alright,
live.
we are going live.
I can always use these.
And I don't see... I'm not sure what just happened.
It's looking
Sidewaysbox
like
just
Disco
crashed?
went AFK.
No, it's Sidewaysbox. Oh, alright, now he's coming in here from behind.
Yeah.
It's just mind
Sidewaysbox.
games here. It's just mind games, but he does get skeeted by Disco here. No announcement in chat, though, again. And Disco will be running through here. He's actually going to get one less attack here due to Sidewaysbox taking too long to get in. And here comes the Hunter again here. Does land from far away there with 194 health.
Yeah, that was a relatively direct pounce. You would think you could skip that, but you never know.
He might have been in between shots there. And here comes the next Hunter from the bathroom here, bouncing around here sideways here. And he does manage to land here with 222 health. Looks like those mouse drivers that Sidewaysbox did install just now are making a difference.
We'll see what it does for Survivor.
There's the freeway.
And next Hunter is up. He's on the other side here. He's jumping up high. He does land in here, but he does get death up. Oh, he lands it!
Ooh, 11
11.
HP.
Well then. A lot of
That is
common
unfortunate for Disco.
And those set of pills are taken here, 70 health and bleeding, and he has to do this event here. Hunter's coming in from behind the baggage cart area here, or baggage area here, going for some high pounces here, and he does land again onto Disco with 221, or 221.
As soon as that door opens, get ready to run. Turn off the alarm.
Not to be a negative Nancy here, Petrie, but if Disco doesn't start skeeting some of these hunters, I don't think he's going to make this event. And here comes another hunter, and he lands.
Yeah, I guess he's at 15 health, 10 health? It's pretty unlikely he's going to make it at this point.
147 health on that hunter there.
If he can see everything else and also kill all the commons, he might have a shot.
Yeah, but he's going to be slow by the time he reaches the button here. Here comes the next hunter, and he lands again with 250 health there. Seems like this map was just not Disco's map.
Map 1 was, but not map 2. Sometimes those fast pouncing hunters are just too hard to track.
I blame the economy. Nobody can afford good mouses these days.
I mean, good mice. Good
mice. Ah. Alrighty, so the sides have churned here, and we're going to be having Sidewaysbox on the survivor side, and Disco is going to be the hunter here. And we are waiting on Sidewaysbox to ready up here. And looks like Disco is going to be coming from the safe room here. He's already pre-crouched.
Yes, he's very ready to go.
Well, it looks like Sidewaysbox is taking his time here. He's like, oh, I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to skeet these hunters, and I'm going to make it through here and just win this tournament. Why don't I?
He's looking for his pills.
And he is chipping those common infected out there and getting a few kills here. And the hunter is up, and he lands in the safe room.
What a pounce.
Hello?
Very sneaky hunter there. And definitely a good thing for Disco there. He needs to make up for all those pounces that he ate there and the minimal distance that he got. And the next hunter is already up here, and he pounces away. That's actually a good idea there. And he comes in, and he does get skeeted there.
It seems that Sidewaysbox was not a fan of that first hunter spawn.
That hunter spawn. Safe room, man. Safe room. And Disco replying, I don't do gay shit, I promise. We'll have to hold him to that. Next hunter is up. And he's pouncing around here, and he does get skeeted there midair.
Seems like that was the only shot Sidewaysbox took there, was a skeet.
No, I saw two.
Oh, okay. Well, close to the only one. It's impressive.
Alrighty, and Hunter's from behind the dumpster here, and Sidewaysbox looks in the wrong direction here, but he does get the skeet, single shot here. Disco needs to start landing these pounces here. Hopefully with this event here, with the common infected all over Sidewaysbox, he will have an easier time landing this pounce here. And
it does seem his mouse drivers are making a difference.
Yes, this is definitely true. And looks like there's a lot of dancing, and he does land here with 154.
And let's go, let's go.
Let's see how he fares on this event.
Yes, with the common infected coming in here, and here comes the hunter from behind, going for a claw pounce here, going for some really delayed pounces here, jumping around. He's definitely jumping around, and he does land here with the 175. Right, and let's do a quick first-person view here on Sidewaysbox.
Go!
Disco is pouncing around here on the other side of the wall. Disco trying his best to land in there, but he does get skeeted there in 2 shots.
Got some friendly compliments flying around here.
It's obviously just disguised banter, and a great pounce there by Disco. He definitely needs to land a few more of those, and we see that the score is about to even up here. 295 to Disco's 294 here. He's reaching the button. He's 2 more pounces away, and here comes the hunter. He's on the ground here, and looks like Disco is kind of giving up on that because he knows he's not going to get the pounce up there. But he does go in here for round 2 on that, and he does get skeeted. Here comes the next hunter here. He's keeping it short, and he gets skeeted. I see that Disco is trying his best here, but Sidewaysbox is just giving it his all here with those new mouse triggers that he installed.
If only he could have kept some health.
Yes, this is true, but as long as he's getting the distance, great pounce there by Disco is definitely what he needed. And it looks like Sidewaysbox might actually go down to the common infected with 1 health here. That's going to be at least 3 additional attacks before he makes it in the safe room, maybe 4. And here comes the hunter. He does land, and that will be the end of Sidewaysbox's survivor round.
He made up a lot of distance that map.
This is true. I mean, we got 312 to 294. I'm not sure how many points that is in relative to 1v1 though.
Those are some pretty decent 1v1 scores. It depends on the skill level, really, of the people playing. Sometimes you see ones where the scores barely go over 100. Other times you see closer to 800 later on.
800. Well, then I look forward to that.
Later on, not
in the finals.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm getting a request from 2 of my viewers to keep it in first-person mode. What do you think, Petrie? Should we do first-person mode or third-person mode?
I personally enjoy a good first-person mode.
Alright, so let's keep it on first-person mode.
Let's just see what kind of style the player has.
Alright, and just to let you guys know ahead of time though, if we get the crouch bug at any moment, we are going to third-person mode because fuck that. Alright?
It's very confusing. You see skeets happen when they're aiming clearly below the hunter. It's just strange.
Obviously, that's just aimbot feature. You just haven't noticed.
Oh yeah, it just flicks up and down so quickly that no frames were rendered.
That is actually an issue in another game. That's why they have first-person mode disabled in another game that I play.
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah, it looks like Sidewaysbox is asking Disco to pounce around a bit here.
I can use these pills.
And Hunter is spawned up here by Disco. And Disco is pouncing around here. Some very good manners here between these two players in a 1v1.
It's always nice to see.
Alrighty.
Where is
And
everyone?
Sidewaysbox is ready here. Disco is probably ready. Oh no, he's getting into position here. And some common infected were taken down there before they're ready up. We might have to do a dispute here.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Alrighty, so the Hunter is up. I think he's behind the pillar and he's going in. And he does get skeeted in the middle of the foliage. It looks like we have some chrome shotgun action here. And Sidewaysbox definitely going to do some work with that chrome shotgun. Next, Hunter is up from behind the dumpster here. And looks like he's taking his time pouncing in. He's going to wait for the common infected to come in here. And Sidewaysbox will be getting hit by the common infected in the back of the head here, but he does get the skeet, and that is what matters.
He just did not care about that common infected. Got the skeet anyway.
Don't care, got skeet. And here comes a high pounce here from Disco, and he does land!
With a full batch of health.
That's definitely what Disco needs here. He needs to land more of those pounces here. And Machete in the hands of Disco here, or Sidewaysbox here, so maybe he'll get some kills with that Machete. Another great pounce, 182 there on Disco.
Can you guys hear me?
It does seem like most of the power is in the hands of the survivor.
Oh, that's true. Oh! Another great unshipped pounce there by Disco here on the Sidewaysbox. Sidewaysbox is going to be taking those pills to get some more distance here. So he's opting to go down below here. Bit easier for the Hunter, but looks like the Hunter has exposed himself here. He's jumping around in the kitchen area. Does not get shipped here.
Taking a little chip now.
186 here. Hunter is going to be waiting here. Looks like he's coming in just Sidewaysbox is running for distance here. He's going to take it to the hallway here, and he might not get the skeet. Oh, he does get it.
That's probably the best way to play a hunter.
Play
I mean,
Survivor
you chip
or
it down
Hunter?
gradually, you take fewer hits.
Yeah. And just keep moving forward. I mean, if the Hunter's going to be pouncing around, just keep moving forward here. But we have the dreaded ladder hit in a 1v1. There's no way you're going to make it up here without getting pounced, right?
It's not likely.
Oh, it looks like they're...
Unless they agree.
Yeah, it looks like they're
That's the
doing
way
some
me
good
and Pip
manners
did
here.
it. We would actually wait for each other and then ready up.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Straight pounce here. Some chip. 129 and skeeted. So Sidewaysbox here with, I want to see how many bonus, 93 health bonus here, so he can still make it into the safe room here with some good bonus if he keeps skeeting these hunters here. And Disco should be spawning behind this ambulance here momentarily, and he does spawn up. Here he comes in, going for those claw pounces, going for a side pounce here, gets dead stopped here, going for another set of pounces, and does land.
6
20
health remaining.
Oh, 6.
Hello?
Wow. Sidewaysbox exclaiming what in chat here?
Take note, it's the what that's without an H. W-A-T, what.
Yes, what? Wat. What? Anyways, here comes the next hunter here, and a great skeet there by Sidewaysbox. He might be able to at least make it to the safe room here, but by the time he reaches the streets for the safe room, he will probably bleed out to slow here.
Hunter!
Here comes the next hunter. Very slow hunter, though. Very predictable, and does get skeeted.
In case anyone is wondering.
Next hunter by Disco is up behind the crypts here. He's pouncing away from Sidewaysbox, pouncing again behind the crypts, and does get skeeted.
Nice skeet. And even without bonus, he has made up a massive amount of distance on this map.
Yes, and Disco's definitely going to have to work really hard to make it there. And here comes a high pounce here. Sidewaysbox having some trouble aiming at that hunter going above him there, and looks like Disco does land the killing blow onto Sidewaysbox.
He ended up going for some panic M2s at the end there.
Seeing some victory pouncing in the safe room here by Disco in first person. Oh god, we got the crouch bug. God damn it. You see, this is why we can't have nice
happening
things.
For me too.
This is why we
That's
can't
strange.
have nice things.
There should be a plug-in to fix this.
Like everything else that's broken in Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, except for all those pesky things we can't fix because it's built into the game.
Psh. Prodigy Sim. Come on now, Prodigy Sim. Looks like we're having some interesting strats here coming out by Disco as he's putting the orange cones in there. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I readied up. What?
Wait, you ready, Doug? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I
what?
can ready.
There we go.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, it was not doing the countdown, and now it stopped? What?
It does. I do see you as ready right now.
Yeah, no. Anyways, here we go.
Well, the frame of view allowable. I'm trying to explain what the FOV being lower means. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
We gotta keep following the freeway.
Anyways, Hunter is up by Sidewaysbox here. Some great chip here, and he does get dead stop, pushed aside, and finished off. Disco running through here, not getting much common infected. You know, coming in through the field here. And it looks like the next Hunter is going to be up. He's going to be coming from behind Disco, but looks like he's going to be repositioning in front of Disco here. Crouch going off of the wall there, and does land on Disco very quickly.
Oh, looks like he went for the melee ski, but didn't quite get it off.
And Disco running out with that melee weapon there. Hunter is up from behind here. Disco turning around in time to see that Hunter. Some chip going out there, 122, and skeeted.
Can save some bullets with this one.
And next Hunter is up in Sidewaysbox's hands here. He's going to be running up ahead. He's going to be spawning around the corner here. And Disco does not go in time. There's a common infected behind him, and that might have just ended or got him pounced there with that common infected behind him. With 128.
And sometimes you rely on where you need to move. Sometimes shots line up if you can get to the right spot.
Oh, I definitely agree. And here comes Sidewaysbox from behind here, bouncing up high. Lot of chip, 121 here. That's definitely going to be a hard pounce to land here by Sidewaysbox. And he's going for a high pounce. You know, he's going for a DP here. I'm not sure what he's... Oh, and he landed!
Ooh, 2
Two.
HP.
Okay, that's gonna last for a bit.
That is impressively unfortunate for Disco.
Some sky pounces going on here, and they are working. He is landing, and here comes the next Hunter here, bouncing off the wall here. And he does land here with the 115. Hunter coming in from behind here, bouncing left and right here. Does not land, gets stuck by the frame here, and he does land here with 40 HP left.
That is both discouraging and a little bit satisfying. You see that you did ship the Hunter, you didn't totally fail, but you're still eating it.
Yeah, I mean, you take the full damage. There's no, like, reduced damage for chipping the Hunter and such. And the Hunter is on the other side here, and that was going to be an obvious land. I mean, it's so difficult to try and, you know, time the dead stop for that.
It is so poor, such poor visibility down there.
I know, they should add some lights.
For that sewer. Yeah, that sewer needs more lights. It's just weird. It's unrealistic.
I completely agree. I mean, even if they had lights in there, just lights being in there but off, that would make sense. But just as it is right now, it's kind of a hazard.
Also, where's all that sewage draining to? I don't see any outlets.
Oh, it's going back towards the drain area. What do you call it? Basically,
Is it
where
gonna
you
go
drop,
climb the drain?
where you drop, yeah, when you drop down into the drain area, there's actually a grate there, I believe, and you can't go past the grate though.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that.
Well then, well now you know the lore of Left 4 Dead 2. Sewer goes down grate.
Yeah, it's very important to the lore.
Yes, very important. That is how the infection spreads. It goes through a grate.
That and, you know, the survivors, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't going through a grate. I mean, they don't have any, like, cutting supplies or anything. Like, why don't they cut down the fences? But, anyways. Yeah, I need some wire cutters. So, we're on map 4 here. I'm not sure if there will be finale here. And
There is
Hunter...
supposed to be finale, according to the tournament rules.
Alrighty then, and Hunter is up here on the balcony, and he's going for some high pounces, does get chipped here, and does land. The common infected just beating on Sidewaysbox might have had an influence there. 182 there with Disco's help. Next Hunter is up, and he's going to be coming from in front of Sidewaysbox here, and here comes the pounces here. Bouncing around here, doesn't get dead stop, pouncing along the side, and does go in through the door frame there and land directly on him with 250. And next Hunter is up here. He's going to be spawning right in the doorway here. Going to be pouncing at Sidewaysbox. Sidewaysbox getting stuck here, but does get the skeet though.
I really appreciate the friendliness that's going on here. Disco likes to compliment his shots, and then he, he says thank you. And he just ate that full HP Hunter.
Obviously, it's not, being good man. It's just secret BM. It's secret BM.
Nice shot, you jerk.
And here comes the Hunter here with Disco, and he's going to be pouncing down the stairs in a very easy skeet by Sidewaysbox. So, how do you think this event is going to play out here? This event is actually pretty brutal in a 1v1.
Oh! The way he's getting skeets right now, he could be okay. I guess maybe he'll end up being close to slow by the time he gets through it, if he doesn't eat any hunters. But I think he could do well.
Oh, he's taking it underneath! Wow.
That is just very partially lame.
See, I told you there was some BM. I told you. And
it's
does
subtle,
get the
though.
killer.
He places it subtly inside there.
Yes, very subtle. And he will be going onto the rooftop here so he can make the jump here after this next Hunter. Hunter going in for a high pounce, and Sidewaysbox does not turn around in time.
He did not see that Hunter coming.
And Sidewaysbox should be able to make the jump here. He is slow, so he's going to have to wait a little bit longer here. Hunter is coming from up front here, going for that claw pounce. Pouncing off falls. Oh, great skeet.
That was a distant skeet.
I'm impressed. Here comes Hunter from the bottom of the stairs here, pouncing around and does land in the Sidewaysbox there. Getting a total distance of 103 here. Disco can easily make this up if he makes some health bonus.
For sure, and he's still at the finale. Maybe this will end up being another map 1 for Disco. Map 1 being where he didn't eat anything. It's doubtful, but it could happen.
Yeah, I don't really think he needs to actually not eat anything, but he just has to make it with at least maybe, what, his pills?
Probably so, or maybe a little bit of permanent HP, like 20 perm. But it would be neat to see him make it with full HP.
And maybe you can pull off another map 1 here. Looks like the Hunter is going in for some random claws here. Giving away his position. He's a bit confident with probably landing this bounce here. But Disco does not know where the Hunter is.
And he got that skeet.
Looks like Disco will be making it through here with that pump shotgun here. Trying to clip the common. You got caught up on that common infected though, that's for sure. And Hunter spun up in the room here, going in for that melee skeet. He gets a dead stop, or was that just the door frame?
I think he got caught on the door frame, yeah. And he's got a chrome shotgun now.
Well then. Oh.
If he had missed that skeet, it would have been a
bounce.
DP.
Yeah, about a, what, maybe like a 10 DP?
Yeah, 10 to 12
Those guys are
possibly.
such assholes.
Oh, and this positioning here,
You hear that,
he
Hunter?
is going to be staying at the corner of the ladder here, but the hunter has no reason to come in. But it looks like he's ghosting up, but he's keeping his flashlight on, though. And here comes the hunter here, missing the skeet here, ceiling pounce, and does get the skeet when the hunter gets caught up there on the window frame.
What the hell are they doing?
And Sidewaysbox exclaiming, "Ow, my face." Oh, and the common infected disrupting Disco's skeeting process here, and he does land with 30 health.
That is bad news for Disco. He needs to avoid eating anything else. He's gonna have to take his pills.
Oh, I completely agree there. I mean, we still have the finale here, so he just needs to get more distance in Sidewaysbox. Oh!
Even as it stands, he's only 100 points behind, roughly.
Okay.
Which is easily make upable by just making a map, right?
Yeah,
We
for
can
sure.
use
If he
that
wipes
code
him,
to
he
get
gets a lot of
across.
pounces early on next map, and he makes it a lot farther, he can make it up.
Oh, and here comes the hunter DP. Oh, and he lands it!
That's a 23 damage DP.
That's definitely going to make a huge, huge problem here for Disco. He's already slow here, and he has to deal with at least a total of 9 more pounces. And here comes the hunter. He's going for the melee ski. It looks like Disco is just
Ouch.
giving in there.
Was that another DP? That was... Let's see...
There was a DP, but I don't know about how much.
8.
Didn't say.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't much of a DP. It was a little bit.
Hey, a DP is a DP.
Alright, so he's, what, 80? 85 points behind?
Still make upable, though. This finale here, I mean, what if you get death pounced?
Well, that would pretty much stink for you, but I don't think it's likely to happen.
Oh, so I got this neat feature that somebody just showed me right now. Spec Cinematic. You type spec_cinematic in chat, and when you left click after that, it automatically automatically follows the survivor. So this actually
Is that with a slash? Is that a command?
Yeah, it's a command.
Maybe I need caster permissions to do that.
Oh, you shouldn't need to. It's a constant command. But yeah, it'll make maneuvering a lot easier. Alrighty, and Sidewaysbox will be making his run through here. Here comes the hunter, and he does land here with
Ouch,
250.
and no chip.
Hello?
Luckily, this event can be started pretty quickly without having to listen to radio guy.
Force?
I know, right?
Whatever his name is. It's not Virgil.
I hear a hunter.
Here comes the hunter pouncing around here, and he does get chipped here, but he does not land.
That was a very graceful ragdoll.
These ragdolls nowhere near as good as Left 4 Dead 1, okay? Nowhere near.
That may be so, but that was still a pretty decent one.
Oh, and here comes the hunter again from the electric card here, or utility card here, and he does land here with 250 health. Sidewaysbox making his way through here. Hunter is spun up on the other side of the bus. He's going for a ceiling pounce here. Sidewaysbox just turn around here. Does not get the dead stop. Hunter going in for round 2 here. Common
and
infected
Hunter
all over
jumps off
sideways.
into the water.
I mean, the Horde were all over Sidewaysbox here. He could have easily landed that pounce, but he just fell off.
It is surprisingly easy to do that if you're not careful.
Oh, and this dead
we've got a
stop
dead
here.
stop.
But would he land a skeet with all the Horde on him? And he gets another dead stop.
Thanks, buddy.
That's an interesting
These
path to
M2s.
take there. Sidewaysbox going for the jump.
When Horde
Oh, he
is, you
changed
just
his
go for the
mind.
dead stop. And no chrome shotgun here. And here comes the Hunter, going for ceiling pounce. Great chip, 83 health, and he does get the ski.
I think Sidewaysbox has said in his voice chat, there are a lot of common infected on Finale.
Well then, good to know. I have voice chat disabled. Oh, and this dead stop here. Great shutdown there by Sidewaysbox. And you will be coming up to the self-destructing tank here in a sec.
Yeah, might be able to catch a glimpse of the body if you pay attention.
Oh, and Hunter is up here. He's going in for a pounce. He hits the rafters there, and he's coming in, bouncing off the poles here, chipped, and does get skeeted.
I got these pills.
Where's that ragdoll at? I want to see that ragdoll.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it right now.
I'm disappointed.
Where in the world? It may have spawned and fallen into the water.
Well then. Hunter is up behind the semi-truck here, going for a high pounce and a very easy skeet there by Sidewaysbox.
It was a very snap skeet.
There's a chopper.
Snap skeet?
He like snapped to the position and got it.
Ah. Well, yeah, I mean, because an easy skeet. Disco made it very easy by pouncing very slowly. Claw pounce coming in here, dead stop, and shut down.
And he still has health bonus and pills. Unfortunately, he has to go through this alternate route here.
Ah, this alternate route is a total of maybe, what, 2 more attacks? 3 if he gets pounced.
Yeah, we'll see.
Here comes Hunter pouncing around here. Sidewaysbox missing all of his shots here, but the Hunter is going nowhere near him to land. And he does land here with 250.
Oh, shit. He might not... Oh, there's a tank. Boy, a different tank, actually. Maybe.
Looks like Sidewaysbox is going around. Does he know how to make this?
I think he's got it now. That's the correct way.
Alrighty. Is this an attempted melee skeet here by Sidewaysbox here? Getting caught up on Common Infected. Goes for the melee skeet, but does get juked by the timing there. Oh, hey! We found the ragdoll. Oh, and here comes another attempt at a melee
I
skeet
find
here.
it hard to believe it actually spawned there, though.
Sidewaysbox taking his time here. He does not want to get in. He wants an attempt at this melee skeet here. Disco, not trying to give him the time of day here. An attempted dead stop doesn't happen. Pouncing around. It looks like Sidewaysbox will be going in.
He did not want to get melee skeeted. And Sidewaysbox had a very strong finale here. Didn't quite have health bonus, but he definitely made it. I think he could have had one more pounce and still gotten in.
You know, I just noticed something. He killed all the SI according to the MVP.
Oh, 100% MVP.
Yeah,
that is impressive.
Where's his team?
I don't know, he must have boat kicked the bots.
I know, right? Uh-oh. I can't move my camera.
Neither can I.
Yeah, just
How are you
have to
fixing this?
respectate. Yeah,
Oh,
just
there we go.
respectate. Yeah. Alrighty here. So we will be going on the finale here. This will be the final round here for Disco to try and catch up. He is at quite a disadvantage, but he can make it with bonus and still win.
Hey, those are soldiers. Let's. Hello?
How much bonus do you think he needs? Maybe half his permanent health?
Maybe.
Word the man.
And
Let's get
great
across
skeet
here
there right off the bat for
bridge.
Disco. If he can keep that up, he might be able to make it to the helicopter here with full health.
That would be a sight to see.
And here comes the Hunter here. Does not get dead stopped and will land here with 250.
He's still got a shot though.
Yeah, he's
He has
got
to
8 of them.
persevere. He has to believe.
Oh, and the Hunter coming down from from above here and landing with 5.
5 HP remaining. That's gotta sting.
It's always frustrating. Oh, and another quick pounce here, straight pounce. Sidewaysbox is just not even just gonna... He's just going for these straight pounces. He's taking advantage of Disco being distracted by the Common Infected here.
He also had his pistols out. That was rather unfortunate.
You can still dead stop with your pistols.
Yeah, but skeeting is a lot more difficult. Unless you have that, auto fire script without the wait command. Use auto
Oh
hotkey.
god. I don't want to get into that. And here comes another attempted ski, but he does land here with the 194. Disco with no health bonus here.
It's no possibility to make it up now.
Maybe he'll find some pills.
Yeah, all those
Oh, and
pill
he's
drops
taking the
1v1.
SMG here. Trying to go for that dead step. Does not get it. 209 though on that Hunter.
We'll see how far he gets at 5 HP.
I think you mean 4 HP.
Well, I can't tell exactly right now.
Well, he's bleeding. Now he's at 3.
I know it's okay, fine, yeah, it's bleeding.
Alrighty. And so that will be the end of round 1, Disco versus Sidewaysbox for King of the Huntards tournament here, hosted by NF. And thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys with the next match if anyone has to cast. Anyways, take care.
And to clarify, Sidewaysbox was the winner with 712 to 529 from Disco.
Alrighty. And thanks for casting with me here, Purple G, on such short notice.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Alright. Take care, everyone.